Last and the most important grammatical construction error that we see on the GMAT is errors around complex structures involving multiple commas. I cannot emphasize enough how important this is. Earlier in this video, we discussed punctuations in great detail. So when you see a sentence involving multiple commas, understand the role played by each comma and process each such role for eliminating answer choices. Avoid reading by the ear. Apply the concepts that you have learned in the last half an hour or so of studying with me in this session. Remember, GMAT does not directly test punctuations. So it's not that the only difference between an incorrect answer choice and the correct answer choice would be a comma present or absent. However, a very high proportion of answer choices can be eliminated using the concepts of punctuations. Remember, it is a lot about meaning in the sentence correction questions, and understanding the role played by each comma helps you understand the meaning that turns out of every answer choice. It is extremely difficult to write more than 15 words correctly without using a punctuation. So observing the role of punctuations in the answer choices will really help you in eliminating answer choices. Let's understand this through a GMAT-like question now. You may want to pause the video and solve this one. Try solving it by applying the concepts learnt in this video. So let's understand what's going on. You have a person here and then some extra information about him between two commas. This is not going to have an impact on the sentence. We can very well skip this. From here to here is extra information. The person, his set of books, a bit about his books, a bit more about his books, and then the real meaning starts that Edward Gibbons, something like influenced countless historians. So you know something like influenced is needed here. Edward Gibbons, you need an active verb to act upon Edward Gibbons. When you have something like influencing, this is a present participle acting as a noun modifier. This is not an active verb. So answer choice such as A will not form a complete sentence. See, once again, everything from here to here is extra information, and you have to see that Edward Gibbons and the stuff after the last comma here, this part, whatever follows, this should form a complete sentence together with Edward Gibbons. So you see Edward Gibbons influencing something fails to form a complete sentence. Edward Gibbons, this does not have a last comma here. So in fact, answer choice B, what it does is traced the Roman civilization's gradual weakening. You know this part here is referring to the work, the set of books. So answer choice B changes the meaning, suggesting that the set of books influenced countless historians, etc., which is not the meaning. The meaning is that this author, Edward Gibbons, influenced countless historians. Look at choice C. After the last comma here, you have influenced. So what do we get? Edward Gibbons influenced countless historians who worked in significantly different subdisciplines than his own, as in the discipline of Edward Gibbons. This answer choice captures the intended meaning, a very good answer choice. Look at choice D. In choice D, you have a comma, and here this would be correct only if it were a list. If this were the construction A, B, and also C. So comma and also would be correct if it were a list. But as I explained, you very well know that what you have here, this stuff is not a list. They have different roles. These items here talk about the set of books, whereas the last item here, influenced bit, talks about the author. So it's not a list. Answer choice D is very interesting but incorrect. Look at choice E. After the last comma here, you have traced the gradual weakening of Roman civilization and the ascension of these empires is something that the set of books do. This is not something that the author did. The author influenced countless historians. Answer choice E puts this phrase here next to work here, suggesting that the influence was done by the 6-volume work and the tracing was done by Edward Gibbons. No, that's not correct. It's the other way around. Tracing was done by the work here and influence was made by Edward Gibbons. This is one of the most complex questions you will ever see on GMAT. If you could solve this well by understanding the grammatical construction, the comma game, and therefore the different meanings coming out of different answer choices, good job. Because you see there are many answer choices here which are grammatically correct, but they lead to different meanings. And once you understand how the information is flowing, you will be able to solve this with full confidence. Once again, very quickly, a person mention something about his set of books, something more about his set of books, and therefore everything from here to here is about his set of books. And the core message is Edward Gibbons influenced countless historians who worked in significantly different subdisciplines than his own. C is the correct answer choice. This was the concept, guys. GMAT shorts are deliberately kept brief. For an elaborate explanation, please refer the stage 1 videos. Thanks for watching.